Hello all, very good morning. Online students, am I audible? In type a yes, no, whatever. Okay, cool. Uh, so a warm welcome to all of you for GS Foundation course. I'm Karandeep Singh and I teach anthropology and the director of this institute also. So I'll just begin this session by telling you what we are going to offer you in this GS program and a brief idea about what I expect from you in this 1 year. And जिसको आप अगर follow करो तो the chances of success actually increases multifold. So the first thing that uh, before becoming a teacher, I was also a part or as an aspirant, I also struggled in this area of old Rajendra Nagar for years. And most of the times, what I felt while I was preparing for civil services, that none of the institute offers something that will be very much comprehensive in nature. Okay, something that becomes a one-stop solution. And one of the reasons that this was the major issue was that the teachers, they might be an expert in their subject, but they have themselves not faced this civil services examination. And due to this kind of disconnect, that means knowing a subject but not knowing it, what is actually required in the civil services, created a big gap between the teaching and what actually is required in the exam. And that's why we came up with the idea of Level Up IAS. And the faculties that we have, the team that we have created, they all have done exceptionally well in UPSC. Some of our faculties are already selected, they have left the job, and some of or majority of them, they have appeared for interviews multiple times. And that's why we have a team of faculties who are themselves trained, who have been groomed in this environment. They know what actually is required. At the same time, they are expert in their own subjects. So that's a very deadly combination that will actually guide you to qualify this exam in the very first attempt with least efforts. Now, based on this, what we expect from you. So मैं आपसे जो बात करूंगा, that will be as a co-aspirant or as a seasoned aspirant कि मैंने जो गलतियां की हैं वो नहीं करनी है. And if you follow this, there is a high likelihood of you qualifying the exam. So two major things that I would like to talk to you. The first is that जब आप शुरुआत करते हो, जैसे मैंने जब शुरुआत की, तो the जोश लेवल इज वेरी हाई. ये भी कर दूंगा, वो भी कर दूंगा, 17 घंटे पढ़ूंगा, 20 घंटे पढ़ूंगा. यू नेम द बुक, आई हैव इट. किसी टीचर ने किसी बुक का नाम लिया, बस बोला कि ये बुक से मैंने पढ़ा है, तो इमीडिएटली अगले दिन आप उस बुक शॉप पे जाते हो, आप वो बुक खरीद के रख लेते हो, ये सोच के कि ये भी बुक पढ़ लूंगा एंड ये सब किताबें पढ़ लूंगा. एंड देन यू कीप ऑन एक्यूमुलेटिंग बुक्स एंड उनमें से एक भी बुक पूरी नहीं होती. एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम यू फील दैट कि ये सारी की सारी बुक आपको गिल्ट फीलिंग दे रही है. ये खरीदी तो थी विद सम काइंड ऑफ उम्मीद की सब पढ़ लूंगा, आई विल बिकम एन एक्सपर्ट, बट इवेंचुअली कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. सो वन थिंग यू डोंट you need to remember that this is a test match, this is a marathon that you are supposed to run. It's not एक महीने का एग्जाम है कि एक महीने तैयारी की, एक दिन का एग्जाम दिया एंड यू विल बी डन. You have to maintain an optimum level of energy and motivation at least for 2 years, 1 year for preparation and 1 year for the exam cycle. And that means it requires an optimum level of motivation, तभी आप 2 साल तक सस्टेन कर पाओगे. And God forbid अगर पहले अटेम्प्ट में नहीं निकलता तो then it becomes a 3 साल की जर्नी. एंड 3 साल की जर्नी में अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा अपने आप को शुरुआत में एक्सर्ट कर देते हो, you put in a lot of effort, you put in a lot of energy in the first few months, you have nothing left for the later part of the journey. And in that case your journey becomes completely monotonous in nature. आप अपने आप को पुश ही नहीं कर पाओगे. And this is the problem that most of the aspirants face कि 6-7 महीने तक they work so hard एंड 6-7 महीने के बाद उनकी एनर्जी इतनी ड्रेन हो जाती है दैट दे सीक सम काइंड ऑफ काउंसलिंग कि मैम पढ़ने में मन नहीं लग रहा, सर पढ़ने में मन नहीं लग रहा, क्या करें. सो दैट्स व्हाई यू नीड टू कीप your effort and motivation at an optimum level so that you can run this marathon at a consistent speed. Consistency and discipline will eventually be will be leading to your success rather than simple motivation. Motivation एक point of time के बाद आपका साथ छोड़ देगा. But if you are consistent, if you are disciplined, and if you're reading like 5, 6, 7 hours a day consistently, आपका एग्जाम निकल जाएगा. One thing. Second thing that is actually required is you're not here to become an expert in any subject. Remember this. आप यहाँ पे पॉलिटिकल साइंटिस्ट बनने नहीं आए हो, सोशियोलॉजिस्ट, एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट, साइकोलॉजिस्ट बनने नहीं आए हो. You're just here to read for an exam. So whatever you read, whatever you prepare, it should be solely with the point of exam only. कि मेरा रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना है, कि मुझे इसको पढ़ने से ज्यादा फायदा होगा, क्या इसकी समरी से भी उतना फायदा निकाल सकता हूं, या फिर आई नीड टू रीड कवर टू कवर. So always while taking some step, remember what is the return on investment that you are going to take, going to derive. So for example, when I was preparing, somebody told me कि आपको ARC पढ़नी चाहिए. You will get to know ARC reports होती हैं. And मेरे अंदर भी उस समय का जोश बहुत हाई था, तो मुझे लगा कि ARC पूरी की पूरी कवर टू कवर. So I read all the ARCs cover to cover. मुझे काफी ज्यादा एनरिच भी फील हुआ, काफी ज्यादा एनलाइटन भी फील हुआ. बट देन आई रियलाइज आफ्टर 2 अटेम्प्ट्स कि ये एफर्ट वेस्ट हो गया, क्योंकि इवेंचुअली इट माइट नॉट बी फेचिंग मी दैट मच ऑफ रिटर्न. पर मैंने टाइम बहुत वेस्ट किया, अपना क्रूशियल टाइम उसमें वेस्ट कर दिया. एंड आफ्टर 2 years when I had this realization, I didn't have that much of energy left to prepare for the further attempts. So that's why you don't need to read cover to cover. And खास करके these kind of efforts आपको कितना put up करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए, these kind of efforts के बारे में you can get the knowledge from your respective faculty. Whenever you have a doubt whether you should be reading this, whether you should be reading that, any kind of stuff, just ask your faculty. Because आपका faculty भी एक point of time पे aspirant था, क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी. So he can actually guide you whether this kind of effort is required from you or not, or whether it will fetch you a decent amount of return or not. And here, in this institute, you don't need to seek any kind of external analysis or say support किसी से भी, कि आपको GS यहाँ पे चल रहा है, but आपको किसी भैया, किसी दीदी की गाइडेंस की जरूरत है. Your faculty should be the first person you should consult whenever you have any kind of doubt. And because problem क्या हो जाती है कि multiple advices will always keep you confused. And this is the problem in this era itself. मतलब इस पूरी दुनिया में ही सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है. आज के टाइम पे information is available in plethora. आप YouTube खोलो, आप कहीं पे भी जाओ, you have n number of suggestions, n number of tips, n numbers of strategies available to you, जो आपको गाइड करें कि UPSC पहली बार में कैसे निकलेगा. At the same time, you have joined an institution. We have our own philosophy, way of teaching, way of actually discussing things with you. Problem comes when you are taking some kind of mentorship, or when you have paid mentorship at this place, and then you are seeking some other advices also. It creates a confusion because no two people will give you the same way of approaching this exam, and there is no single way of qualifying this exam. Everybody has their own strategy, everybody follows their own, and everybody will have own way of telling you. But एक बार आपने level up को trust किया है, you have come here, just trust us, just seek your faculty, आप उनकी advice लीजिए, multiple advices लेके अपने आप को confuse मत करिए. Okay. And if again you're feeling confused, again talk to your faculty कि ये मेरे confusions हैं. Here the teachers are available. आपको you don't have to seek like कि 6 दिन की appointment है, 1 महीने की appointment है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Immediately. And see, the strength is very much limited. We have kept the strength to be very much limited. तो ऐसा भी नहीं है कि faculty आपको time नहीं देगा. Faculty definitely will give you the time. Okay. At the same time, last thing from my side, that is me being the course director. अगर आपको किसी भी तरीके की कोई शिकायत है कि इस प्रोग्राम में whatever you expected is not being delivered, or any kind of improvement that you require in this program, please let me know. We will be more than happy to assist. We will be more than happy to help you with that. Okay. Now I'll be calling Santosh sir. He will be giving you a brief idea about this program, and then he will be introducing each and every faculty जो आप लोगों को guide करेंगे throughout this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Karandeep sir. I have 50 students sitting online. Can you all confirm once if I'm audible and visible? एक बार. Switch on my mic. Love you, Santosh sir. Okay, I love you too. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Santosh Kumar, and I'll be teaching you primarily GS3 subjects and then current affairs. So, from June 2023 to almost till your mains examination, every weekend you will definitely be meeting me in current affairs classes every Saturday, Sunday, and when it will come to GS3, I'll be covering GS3 for you. But before I go into my subject, मैं ना एक थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड स्टोरी से शुरू करना चाहता हूँ. In 2007, I went to Kota. For preparing for IIT JEE. अब मैं जब कोटा गया तो मुझे ना IIT JEE के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं पता था, बिल्कुल कोई आइडिया नहीं. I'm telling you this because all of you have come to prepare for civil services without much idea. But वहां पे एक इंस्टीट्यूशन था उस टाइम, बंसल क्लासेस. It was the best institution. मेरी मैथ्स, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री अच्छी थी. I got selected there and I studied there. Now while studying there, a lot of my friends were doing lots of other things. यार फिटजी का टेस्ट सीरीज ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं, ये कर लेते हैं, वो कर लेते हैं. I was like, I'm loving the teachers here and I'm not able to finish all the assignments. हमें DPPs, sheets मिलते थे. And in the test, even when the questions are coming from my own notes, sometimes I'm not able to do that. So why should I run behind multiple things? तो मैंने ये डिसाइड किया कि नहीं, मैं इस इंस्टीट्यूशन में जो भी दिया जा रहा है, I'll finish it thoroughly. आखिरी तक मैं पूरा नहीं कर पाया था. But someone who had scored only 78% in class 12 examination, 9 महीने बाद in IIT JEE examination, I was able to get all India rank 656. That was beyond my potential. I did not expect कि मैं उतना अच्छा कर पाऊंगा जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया था, क्योंकि वहां पे उस इंस्टीट्यूशन में मेरी 13th बैच में रैंक 1800 आती थी. तो ऑल इंडिया लेवल पे 600 रैंक लाना वाज नॉट समथिंग दैट आई वाज इवन इमेजिनिंग. I was able to do that. And जब मैं यहाँ पे आया यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन के लिए, तो I tried to follow the same philosophy, और many of the students follow the same philosophy. क्या करना है कि यार एक इंस्टीट्यूशन ज्वाइन करो, पूरा पढ़ेंगे अच्छे से और यहीं से सिलेक्ट होंगे, पूरा सिलेबस कंप्लीट होगा. But we realized when we were students here, we realized that was not the case. आप एक साल का फाउंडेशन बैच करें and then you realize, oh, abhi to we have just prepared the basics and we are not ready for the examination. So when we started teaching, we said, nahi, we have to break this. If a student is studying with me, it should be my responsibility that everything that student needs to clear this examination should be there in front of the students from the class only, rather than she needing to or he needing to run behind 10 things, getting confused, not being able to revise anything at the end. तो when we were initially teachers, जैसे हम लोग करण सर, निखिल सर, मैं, बाबू सर, हम लोग अलग अलग जगह टीचर्स थे. जब हम वहां पढ़ा रहे थे, when we started Level Up IAS, we started with this philosophy that this will be an institution which will be Bansal classes for me. जहां मैं गया, मैंने 9 महीने बैठ के शिद्दत से पढ़ाई करी और पूरी जान लगा के पढ़ाई करी. बट इन द एंड आई डिड नॉट नीड टू गो थ्रू other things. And this is a philosophy that we have been following, and this is what will ensure that आप systematically, ईमानदारी से अगले, for you it's 15 months. You have 15-16 months before you'll write mains examination in 2026. Next 15-16 months, follow things systematically. You promise me that whatever is being done in your classes, you are revising it properly, you will make those things right in the examination. I promise you, you will get selected. There's only one way of clearing this examination. One way क्या है? जो चीज पढ़ रहे हो अच्छे से पढ़ो, rather than running behind 100 things and not being able to revise anything. So when we started this institution, we wanted to bring that structure here कि यार एक ही जगह पढ़ के, systematically पढ़ के select होना है, ना कि थोड़ा सा यहां से पढ़ा, फिर at the end of the year we realize this is not enough, let's join something else, let's read some other notes, let's read some other book, let's do something, and then remain confused. वहां पे एक और चीज थी. I still remember we had a teacher, SR sir, सुंदर रजौड़ा सर, उन्होंने नंबर दे रखा था अपना मुझे. मैं उनको कभी भी मैसेज कर पाता था, मैं उनको, और मेरे पास तो फोन नंबर, दैट टाइम मोबाइल फोन्स वर नॉट दैट कॉमन, तो मैं अपने फ्लैटमेट के फोन से उन्हें मैसेज करता था एंड ही यूज्ड टू रिप्लाई। तो वी अनदर थिंग दैट वी फॉलो हियर, हमारा नंबर सारे बच्चों के पास रहता है, सो दैट दे आर नेवर डिसहार्टेंड, कभी भी परेशान हो रहे होते, सर this is an issue, I'm not able to understand this, or I'm a bit down, I'm not able to study this, I'm not able to give this test। जब हम डायरेक्टली समझा पाते हैं, हम डायरेक्टली बता पाते हैं, तो क्या होता है, बच्चा फिर सही डायरेक्शन में आ जाता है। तो this was one thing that I wanted to tell you कि when you will be studying here, we will ensure आपकी पूरी preparation systematically, if you are a student of GS Foundation program at Level Up IAS, you will not need to join any program either at Level Up IAS or anywhere else in your entire preparation. That's our promise to you. ये करण सर ने भी बताया था, बट मुझे लगा क्योंकि आई हैड दैट थिंग कि मैंने एक जगह पढ़ाई करी, मेरा सिलेक्शन हुआ, मैं वो चाहता हूं हमारे बच्चों के लिए। हाँ, यू विल स्टडी हेयर एट वन प्लेस, you will follow it, you will systematically do all the tests, you will revise जैसे आपको बताया जा रहा है, you will get selected, you don't have to get diverted, you don't have to worry about anything else। ये बात समझ में आई है सबको? So this is one thing, one aspect that is the most important thing here। Okay, now let me talk about some other things like why start a batch in March? Generally हमारा जो सबसे बड़ा बैच शुरू होगा वो जून में होगा। We'll have another batch coming at the end of April. But why did we start early? And इस बैच में we may have less number of students, but we personally believe this is the batch जो सबसे ऑप्टिमम है प्रिपरेशन के लिए। Because last year we saw when we started a batch in June, somewhere in October, November, December, we were taking 2 classes for students, 2 classes a day, 5 hours of classes a day, उसके बाद ऑप्शनल भी हो जाता है, was becoming hectic। And then वो जो हमारी फिलॉसफी है ना, जो हमने पढ़ाया है वो घर जाके रिवाइज करो, टेस्ट दो, उसमें वो बच्चा प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहा था। तो this year we decided, why delay it? Why, if we took 40-50 extra classes, why can't we start 50 days earlier? Last year we started somewhere 22nd May, 23rd May। इस बार हमने प्लान करके we will start 50 days earlier so that students would have 1 class a day। जो बच्चा अभी ज्वाइन कर लेगा वो कम बच्चे होंगे, I agree। Most of the students will join after what? After their graduation in June। But many of you have already completed your graduation, you don't need to join then, you have started now। You will see this will be the best batch for your GS Foundation preparation। Why? You will have only 1 class a day till February, ensuring your entire syllabus is properly covered। We'll do that for other batches also। जो अप्रैल वाला बैच आएगा उसके लिए भी करेंगे, बट उनको 30-40 डेज डबल क्लासेस करनी पड़ेंगी। जो जून वाला बैच आएगा उनके लिए भी बाय फरवरी विल फिनिश द एंटायर सिलेबस, बट दे विल हैव एटलीस्ट 100 डेज वेयर दे विल हैव double GS Foundation classes। So there you will have lots of other students in your class, but this is the most optimum time। You will be way ahead than most of the students when you start preparing now। Okay, so this is the other thing। तो don't get this or don't get this thing कि अभी कम बच्चे ही पढ़ रहे हैं। अभी कम बच्चे नहीं पढ़ रहे, कम बच्चे रेस में पहले चलना शुरू कर दिए हैं। जून में ज्यादा बच्चे पढ़ना शुरू करेंगे, अभी कम बच्चे रेस में पहले आगे चलना शुरू कर दिए। बाय द टाइम जून कम्स, यू विल बी डन विद योर मॉडर्न इंडिया, यू विल बी डन विद योर ज्योग्राफी, यू विल बी डन विद योर पॉलिटी। 3 कोर सब्जेक्ट्स पूरे हो गए होंगे। अभी हम कम बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे होंगे, हमारे पास बहुत सारा टाइम होगा। वी विल गिव ऑल आवर टाइम टू यू। आप लोग हमें ज्यादा एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। rather than having a doubt session of 15 minutes, rather than having a mentoring session of 15 minutes, you can perhaps sit with 45 with us for 45 minutes and ensure कि आप ज्यादा अच्छे से फीडबैक ले पा रहे हैं, ज्यादा अच्छे से सारी चीजें कर पा रहे हैं। एंड this is the second part। The second part that is, शुरू हमने अभी क्यों किया? While every year we start our batch in April, somewhere April 20 के बाद, why did we start 50 days earlier? Because last year we realized April batch को हमने 50 extra classes दी थी। We don't want to give extra classes to you, we want to ensure you have 1 class। Now why should you come to Level Up IAS? ये तो हमको समझ में आया कि हमने अभी आप पढ़ना क्यों शुरू कर रहे हैं। Why should you be coming to Level Up IAS? सिंपल थिंग, एक तो मैंने आपको बताया लेवल अप आईएएस इज द ओनली इंस्टीट्यूशन जहां पे वंस यू ज्वाइन जीएस फाउंडेशन प्रोग्राम वी विल इंश्योर मेरे लिए मुझे क्या चाहिए, मुझे चाहिए मेरे बच्चों को आई गिव दैट बंसल क्लासेस, जहां पे मैंने पढ़ाई करी, 9 महीने पढ़ाई करी, जो उन्होंने बोला वो किया, and I got selected. I want our students to be doing that. If you will study with us, we will ensure that anything that you need for your preparation, be it prelims ka preparation, be it your prelims mein CSAT, you would have seen, you have not been asked कि GS Foundation के साथ आप CSAT दोबारा ज्वाइन करो, एक दूसरा प्रोग्राम, या मेंस में पूरा प्रिपरेशन is including essay preparation, your interview, your current affairs classes, anything that is needed for your preparation is part of this program. मैंने आपको पहले अभी बताया भी कि once you are part of GS Foundation program at Level Up, you are part of our family. You are not going to be asked कि आपको ये mentorship program यहाँ पे join करना है, या ये test series यहाँ पे join करना है, ये prelims test series, ये everything that is needed will be done. Second thing, why you should be coming to Level Up IAS? We follow a subject-wise approach. What is that subject-wise approach? Let's finish a subject, or let's do 2 subjects at a time. We do not follow this approach कि एक ही बार में we will start 8 subjects and in 1 week we'll have 1 class for 1 subject, और सारे subjects आपके कब तक चलते रहेंगे? February तक चलते रहेंगे. उसमें loss होता है. अभी what we want is, you will be starting with Modern India. In next 1 month, what you should be capable of doing is, you understand Modern India, you are capable of doing each and every PYQ of preliminary examination in Modern India. You are able to write each and every answer, which subjective answer, which has come in the examination by the end of 1 month. So after 1 month, if you think कि Modern India is like, let's say 10% of my syllabus, my 10% of syllabus is done both for prelims and mains examination. After 2 months, if you say कि geography is 15% of my syllabus, geography से लगभग 15-16 सवाल आएंगे preliminary examination में. After 2 months, when your geography is done, or for that matter, let's say polity शुरू होता है, polity is at least 15% of your syllabus. So after 2nd month, all of you should be able to attempt each and every question which has been asked in PYQ, polity, and should be confidently able to answer it. At the same time, you should also be able to write each and every answer. इस बार हम क्या कर रहे हैं? While we focus on pre-cum mains preparation हमेशा से, इस बार what we are doing is, after your course is done, after Modern India is completed, after Modern India classes are completed, we are giving 4-5 classes to teachers to make you write answers only. क्लास में बिठाओ और आंसर लिखवाओ. While answer writing practice and mains preparation would be done in the main classes which would happen, but we are dedicating 5 classes for writing answers, so that from the very first month, when you, मैं तो ये चाहता हूं कि in May, when May 25 को preliminary examination होगा, you would be done with 2.5 subjects. 2.5 subjects, that is, you would have completed your Modern India, you would have completed your polity, you would have completed a part of your geography by then. उस टाइम ना आप preliminary examination का पेपर देखो and आप बोलो, सर 30-40 questions तो I'm able to solve right now. You're right, you have to write exam in 2026, but in 2025 you should have that confidence कि I'm ready for 30-40 questions right now. Then we are going in the right direction. Then you are preparing in the right direction. And this is what we want to achieve here. तो comprehensive preparation, आपको जो बोला जा रहा है आप वो follow करिए. class के बाद revision. Some teachers will not ask you to read anything else. Some teachers may recommend you कि ये एक standard book है, ये भी साथ में read करो. सिर्फ वो फॉलो करिए, हर टेस्ट में अच्छा करिए, एंड यू विल डू वेल इन द एग्जामिनेशन. सेकंड रीजन, पहला कि ये फर्स्ट एस्पेक्ट वाज द कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवनेस. अब देखो एक और चीज बताता हूं मैं, व्हाई यू शुड कम टू लेवल अप आईएएस. कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवनेस वाला एस्पेक्ट हुआ, ईच एंड एवरी मटेरियल दैट यू विल गेट, जो मैं पढ़ाऊंगा, आई विल टीच यू करंट अफेयर्स, आई विल टीच यू साइंस, एनवायरमेंट, इकोनॉमी, जीएस3 वाले सब्जेक्ट्स मैं पढ़ाऊंगा. ईच एंड एवरी मटेरियल दैट यू विल गेट हियर एट लेवल अप आईएएस इज प्रिपेयर्ड बाय टीचर्स. बाबू सर आपको जितना मटेरियल देते हैं, बाबू सर खुद प्रिपेयर करेंगे. विशाल सर जितना मटेरियल देंगे आपको, जितना स्टडी मटेरियल देंगे, विशाल सर ने खुद प्रिपेयर किया हुआ है. रुचिर सर आपको जितना मटेरियल देते हैं, रुचिर सर ने खुद प्रिपेयर किया. मैं आपको, we will not have a content team preparing copy pasted material from somewhere. We have teachers doing it systematically for you. आपको सीसैट में जितना भी कंटेंट मिलेगा, जैसे भी मिलेगा, हमारे टीचर्स ने खुद प्रिपेयर किया है रादर देन कहीं और से कंपाइल करके लाके दिया है। तो वी हैव comprehensive way of teaching, we have comprehensive study material prepared by teacher. This is another thing which you will not find anywhere else. आप किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन में चले जाओ, बड़े में छोटे में कैसे भी, you will not have teacher prepared content for you. You will have some content जो आपको इंस्टीट्यूशन दे देगा, फिर टीचर आके कुछ और तरीके से पढ़ा रहे होंगे, इट विल नॉट बी इन सिंक, विच विल क्रिएट प्रॉब्लम्स इन योर स्टडीज। बट आपको पता है, सिर्फ कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली पढ़ लेने से, एक बहुत अच्छा स्टडी मटेरियल होने से, सारी क्लासेस अटेंड करने से आपका सिलेक्शन नहीं होता। एक यूपीएससी एग्जामिनेशन में, यूपीएससी सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन में, if you are someone who's studying every day for 12 hours, it will not ensure your selection. What will ensure your selection is effective revision. If you are systematically able to revise everything, then you will get selected with less efforts. And if you are गधों की तरह काम कर रहे हो, रोज 15 घंटे पढ़ रहे हो, बट पुरानी चीजें रिवाइज करी ही नहीं है, what would happen? You will not get selected. Simple. And that is why another key thing which is there at Level Up IAS, which we consistently follow, is every Sunday you having 2 tests, one objective test, one subjective test, right from week 1. आपका कल से बैच शुरू है, कल मंडे है, next Sunday you will have 2 tests. Initially test may be small, but you will have this test. Why? We want to ensure what you do every Saturday evening, you're like, यार कल टेस्ट है। आपने अभी सबने ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट किया है, when do you study the most? A day before test, isn't it? पूरे वीक चाहे आपने कुछ भी मस्ती करी हो, जब टेस्ट आता है रात भर में you finish the syllabus and जैसे तैसे चीजें करके आते हो। तो every Sunday you have 2 tests. पहले you will have an objective test, then you will have a subjective test, ensuring you're preparing for both preliminary and mains examination. But again, जब मैंने 2016 में पढ़ाना शुरू किया था, मैं ये करता था, हर संडे टेस्ट ले रहा था, and then I realized even here students are not fully prepared. Why are students not fully prepared? Because वो एक वीक की चीज तो रिवाइज कर लिए, but 6 months later they don't remember that 1 week का thing. तो with time, what we have evolved, what method of test that we have evolved is, these are weekly tests. Every week you will have this test, but in the 4th week you will have a monthly test. Monthly test ensuring 4 week का syllabus उसमें आएगा। यहाँ पे will also give you a day off. Saturday को perhaps कि आज छुट्टी लो आप लोग, क्या करना है, Sunday को टेस्ट है, you have to revise everything that has happened in this month, attempt the test. This will be a bigger test, like full 20 क्वेश्चन का सब्जेक्टिव टेस्ट 3 hours का, एंड 100 क्वेश्चंस का ऑब्जेक्टिव टेस्ट, ensuring आपको फुल एग्जाम वाला फीलिंग भी मिल रहा है, एंड यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर द एग्जाम। अगेन बिफोर टेस्ट यू विल स्टडी द मोस्ट, बट फिर 1 महीने में आपने रिवीजन कर लिया, बट इफ यू डोंट रिवाइज इट टिल योर एग्जाम इट विल बी प्रॉब्लमैटिक। तो वी ऑल्सो हैव क्वार्टरली टेस्ट एंड हाफ ईयरली टेस्ट। क्वार्टरली टेस्ट विल हैव सिलेबस फॉर द 3 months, whatever you have studied. So by quarterly test what you would have done is every topic you would have revised in weekly test. उसी टॉपिक को आपने दोबारा कब रिवाइज किया? तो सबसे पहले तो आप क्या करोगे, क्लास में पढ़ोगे, उसी दिन घर पे जाके रिवाइज करोगे, फर्स्ट रिवीजन। सेकंड थिंग, वीकेंड पे सैटरडे को यू विल सिट एंड यू विल बी लाइक, यार कल टेस्ट है, पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा। वीकली टेस्ट विल गिव यू सेकंड रिवीजन, मंथली टेस्ट विल गिव यू थर्ड रिवीजन, क्वार्टरली टेस्ट विल गिव यू फोर्थ रिवीजन, 6 monthly test will give you 5th revision. अब सोचो, अगर आप सिस्टमैटिकली जो चीज क्लास में पढ़ी है उसको 5 बार रिवाइज कर रहे हो, you're writing objective test, you're writing subjective test, don't you think you will be systematically prepared? This is another thing which doesn't happen anywhere. हमको देख के बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस ने वीकली टेस्ट शुरू किए, बट दे आर नॉट सिस्टमैटिक। कुछ भी टेस्ट में सिर्फ हमारा टेस्ट का सिलेबस बहुत वेल डिफाइंड होगा, जो आपने 1 महीने में पढ़ा है, जो आपने 2 महीने में पढ़ा है, जो आपने 3 महीने में पढ़ा है, 6 महीने में पढ़ा है, like that, so that you are systematically revising everything. Are we getting it? So you will have very comprehensive preparation, comprehensive classes, taking care of everything. You will have best of the teachers. अभी मैं आप सारे teachers को introduce करता हूँ. You will have you will not have to go anywhere, no, you will not have to get diverted. While you will see in your library, in your flat, there are other students who are reading 10 किताबें एक ही चीज के लिए, आपको वो नहीं करना पड़ेगा, वो 10 किताबें पढ़ने की जिम्मेदारी हमारी है। एज अ टीचर आई कैन स्टडी, आई एम एन इकोनॉमी टीचर, आई एम अ साइंस टेक टीचर, तो मैं साइंस टेक की 10 किताबें पढ़ सकता हूं। एक स्टूडेंट कैन नॉट डू इट। अ स्टूडेंट शुड हैव वन सोर्स। उसको कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा तो दैट स्टूडेंट में रेफर अ बुक और गो टू गूगल एंड अंडरस्टैंड दैट थिंग मोर और कम टू टीचर एंड दैट गेट दैट डाउट रिजॉल्व। बट देयर शुड बी वन सोर्स फॉर द स्टूडेंट, दैट शुड बी लाइक द टेक्स्ट बुक फॉर दैट स्टूडेंट, कि ये मुझे एंड टू एंड पढ़ना है, ये मुझे एंड टू एंड जानना है, एंड दैट्स इट। I hope you're getting the core philosophy with which we will be running GS Foundation program at Level Up IAS. राइट? तो आपको सबसे अच्छी क्लासेस मिलेंगी, आपको सबसे अच्छा स्टडी मटेरियल मिलेगा प्रिपेयर्ड बाय टीचर्स, आपको प्रॉपर प्लान मिलेगा। आपको लाइक यू समटाइम्स स्टूडेंट कम एंड आस्क मी, सर रिवीजन कैसे करना है? संडे का टेस्ट फॉलो करो। सर आई मिस्ड लास्ट संडे का टेस्ट, कोई बात नहीं, फोकस ऑन नेक्स्ट संडे का टेस्ट। इफ यू हैव टाइम attempt the last Sunday का टेस्ट also, but focus on next Sunday का टेस्ट। अगर लास्ट संडे का टेस्ट आप नहीं भी कर पा रहे हो, in monthly test that portion will come again, at that time you will be able to revise. In 3 monthly tests that portion will come again, you'll be able to revise it there. So what you have to follow is the classes and the test and you'll be done. आपको कुछ और करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। राइट? नाउ लेवल अप ज्वाइन करने का रीजन एक और होगा आपके लिए, द टीम ऑफ फैकल्टीज वी हैव। देखो, आप किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन को ज्वाइन करो, या आप योर सीनियर्स, योर फ्रेंड्स may have joined all the institutions in the past. If you will get feedback from them, you will get this कि यार 25% of the teachers were excellent, मतलब just amazing. 50% of the teachers were average, but there were 25% of the teachers who were not good at all, जिनकी क्लासेस कोई करता ही नहीं था। शुरू में हमने किया, बाद में रियलाइज कि होगा ही नहीं। We do not have that here. Here each and every faculty, आपको करण सर इंट्रोडक्शन देने आए थे। You will be many of you must already be knowing him, but I'm telling you he is the best anthropology teacher in the country. There's no one who's as good as him. आप अभी इंडिया में सबसे ज्यादा बच्चों को एंथ्रोपोलॉजी कोई पढ़ाता है तो वो करण सर पढ़ाते हैं। I promise you this. ऐसे ही आपके when you will come to team of teachers, निखिल सर will be teaching you ancient medieval culture. एंशियंट मिडिवल कल्चर वाला पोर्शन निखिल सर पढ़ाएंगे। आप ना इनका नाम लिख लीजिए, निखिल सेठ सर। गो एंड वॉच हिज वीडियोस एंड वॉच वीडियोस ऑफ एनी अदर टीचर। और कोई ना 5 मिनट का कंटेंट, 10 मिनट का कंटेंट नहीं, वॉच फुल क्लास, 2.5 hour क्लास, एंड वॉच अ 2.5 hour क्लास ऑफ एनी अदर टीचर इन हिस्ट्री, एनी अदर टीचर। I promise you, you will yourself say the best teacher is Nikhil Seth sir. ऐसे ही, if you come to Babu sir, Babu sir is sitting here. अभी Babu sir is someone, इस इंडस्ट्री में शायद अकेले टीचर होंगे who has qualified UPSC examination 4 times, सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन 3 times. जिस एग्जाम के लिए आप प्रिपेयर करने आए हो, बाबू सर ने वो एग्जाम 3 बार क्लियर किया, और प्री क्वालिफाइड, मेंस क्वालिफाइड, इंटरव्यू क्वालिफाइड, सिलेक्शन। He'll be teaching you polity. He is an expert in public administration. He'll be dealing with your governance section. That's what I'm trying to introduce you to the teachers. Team, आप इनके नाम लिखिए और just watch their videos and watch videos of any other teacher. You will understand हम कैसे best of the team को लेके आए। Now your philosophy or your ethics में philosophical section will be taken by Vishwa sir, and governance वाला ethics and governance section will be taken by Babu sir. मैंने आपको समझाया, बाबू सर ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाइड है, ऑलरेडी उनका पबाड बैकग्राउंड है, तो he'll be teaching governance section, and ethics and governance section will also be taken by him. Ethics में जो philosophical section है, that will be taken by Vishwa sir. Vishwa sir is also someone who has qualified this examination in the past. He in 2013 was all India rank 300 something. He had joined IAS service, but Indian Audits and Account Service, IAS. He had joined it, but he quit it after 1 year. He was like, उससे ज़्यादा मैं contribute पढ़ा के कर सकता हूँ. He'll be your ethics के teacher. Then this is me. I'm Santosh Kumar. I am one of the founders of this institution, and मैं पिछले 9 साल से पढ़ा रहा हूँ. Like I started teaching on 1st of September 2016. तो अभी इस साल मेरे 9 साल पूरे हो जाएंगे। अगेन मैं अब यहाँ पे बैठ के ही नहीं बोलूंगा मैं सबसे अच्छा हूँ, मेरे सारे वीडियोस यूट्यूब पे रहते हैं। आई रेगुलरली टेक क्लासेस ऑन यूट्यूब। और आपको किसी से फीडबैक भी लेना हो जो यहाँ पे पहले हमसे पढ़े हैं, दे विल टेल यू अबाउट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डिलीवरी, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ कमिटमेंट, दिस फिलॉसफी दैट इफ अ स्टूडेंट is studying with me, then it should be my responsibility to take care of everything that the student needs for the preparation. This is the philosophy with which I have been teaching since the last 9 years. And if when you study here, you will see I'll be one constant in your life till your selection. आपको हर सैटरडे संडे तो मेरे से मिलना ही है, अभी से आपके इंटरव्यूज तक. एवरी सैटरडे संडे I'll be meeting you, and then जब क्लास में साइंस एनवायरनमेंट चल रहा होगा तो more regularly I'll be meeting you. Then we have Chandan sir. Chandan sir has also been teaching with us for 3 years. Overall he has been teaching for 6 years. He is a PhD scholar in PSIR. ये हमारे PSIR के टीचर भी हैं, और आपको इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन, इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी चंदन सर पढ़ा रहे होंगे. साहिल सैनी सर का खुद का एक बहुत पॉपुलर यूट्यूब चैनल है, आप उस पे जाके उनके वीडियोस देख सकते हैं, या हमारे चैनल पे भी उनके वीडियोस देखेंगे. he'll be taking the society social justice portion for you. हमारे पास चक्रवर्ती सर है. चक्रवर्ती सर इज द मोस्ट सीनियर फैकल्टी इन आवर टीम, प्लस आल्सो द बेस्ट ऑफ अस. ये जो पर्सपेक्टिव आपको, he'll be taking your essay classes, the perspective that he'll give for essay to you which no one else will give. We were surprised that we didn't know about him till 2 years back. 2 साल पहले हमें किसी फ्रेंड ने सजेस्ट किया, ही इज एन अमेजिंग टीचर. फ्रेंड ने क्या, निखिल सेठ सर ने खुद बोला ही इज एन अमेजिंग टीचर, हैव बीन हिज स्टूडेंट. तो एक बार हमने उन्हें अप्रोच किया, सर आप हमारे साथ पढ़ाना चाहेंगे? ही केम. इनिशियली वी वर वरीड कि व्हाट विल बी द फीडबैक ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स, एंड स्टूडेंट्स केम आउट ऑफ आवर मेंस प्रोग्राम एंड सेड, सर आपके मेंस प्रोग्राम में सबसे अच्छे टीचर जो है, द बेस्ट ऑफ देम इज चक्रवर्ती सर. He'll be taking your essay classes. Then we have रुचिर सर. रुचिर सर के भी हम YouTube पे वीडियोस डाल रहे हैं, आप देखेंगे. हम लोगों में सबसे ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस चक्रवर्ती सर के पास किसी के पास है तो रुचिर सर के पास है. सबसे सीनियर जो है रुचिर सर. देन आपको सीसैट पढ़ाने आएंगी हिमांशी मैडम. हिमांशी मैडम विल बी लाइक योर फ्रेंड, जो ना आपको कई बार आपने देखा होगा, आपको प्रोफेसर्स ने जो पढ़ाया वो समझ में नहीं आया, बट एग्जाम से एक दिन पहले एक दोस्त ने सिंपल भाषा में बता दिया, अरे यार ये ऐसे करना है, सिंपल सा. एंड यू आर लाइक, तू ही बन जा टीचर यार. दैट टीचर. तो CSAT is that kind of subject where you do not have to go into complex formulas. You need a friend who can, in simple language, explain that. And Himanshi madam is. Last year हमारे पास अभिषेक इनामदार सर पढ़ाते थे. अभिषेक इनामदार सर is an IFS officer, Indian Forest Service officer. He was the teacher who used to teach us. And he was BITS Pilani से MSc Mathematics. And when he had to leave, we were worried कि यार CSAT जितना अच्छा वो पढ़ा रहे थे वो कैसे होगा. And we are so happy. अब जब हिमांशी मैम ने पढ़ाना शुरू किया, students have come to me and said कि सर जो लास्ट ईयर वाले सर थे ना, उनसे बहुत अच्छा पढ़ा रही है मैम. लास्ट ईयर वाले सर वाज अ सर इन द सेंस टीचर की तरह पढ़ाते थे. तो CSAT, teaching CSAT like a teacher sometimes become difficult because CSAT में a lot of you have left studying mathematics after class 10. Someone who is very high-fi mathematics में पढ़ा हुआ, वो आपको mathematics के problem solve करा के दिखा रहा है, चाहे कैसे भी दिखाए, you will not connect to it that easily. So students have given us this feedback कि while Abhishek Inamdar sir was an amazing teacher, उनसे भी ज्यादा सिंपल तरीके से CSAT कोई पढ़ा रहा है तो हिमांशी मैडम पढ़ा रही है. अगेन वी हैव पुट अ लॉट ऑफ आवर वीडियोस ऑन YouTube. यू विल गो एंड वॉच हर वीडियोस, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. मैंने किसी को विशाल सर, आपके हमारे ओपनिंग बैट्समैन विशाल सर है, आपकी क्लासेस सबसे पहले विशाल सर लेने आएंगे एंड अटेंड हिज 2-3 क्लासेस. आपको उस टाइम ही क्लैरिटी मिल जाएगी कि मॉडर्न इंडिया में when you read books you find those things to be complex. Modern India ko, if someone can simplify, if someone can explain it to you in very simple basic language, those complex things in very simple basic language, it will be Vishal sir. Vishal sir वो जो मोटी मोटी किताबें हैं ना, उनकी काम की चीज, जो चीज आपको पढ़नी है, जो चीज आपको बार बार रिवाइज करनी है, जो चीज आपको बार बार याद करनी है, वो सब अपने नोट्स में उन्होंने खुद कंपाइल करी है. बोलते हैं सर बच्चों को ये बिना वजह स्पेक्ट्रम और ये चीज नहीं पढ़नी है, दोज आर वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम. he has ensured, he says that I will ensure that मेरे नोट्स में कम नंबर ऑफ वर्ड्स में, लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ कंटेंट में, all the things which are needed for exam would be there and I'll explain it to them in the simplest possible language. And one of the best teachers for modern India that you will get will be Vishal sir. मैं आपको promise कर रहा हूँ at the end of March, जब आपका modern India will be towards getting over, you will say modern India का मतलब ही विशाल सर है. तो मैं आपको क्यों, why am I introducing with the entire, निशात सर को मैंने मिस किया. सोशियोलॉजी, तो जैसे करण सर इज द बेस्ट टीचर इन कंट्री फॉर सोशियोलॉजी, निशात सर इज द बेस्ट टीचर इन द कंट्री फॉर, सॉरी, करण सर इज द बेस्ट टीचर फॉर एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, ऐसे ही निशात सर इज द बेस्ट टीचर फॉर सोशियोलॉजी. आप निशात सर के वीडियोस देखना, आपको लगेगा ना कि कोई सिंपल भाषा, like sociology, thinkers and all those things sometimes become complicated. Someone is explaining all those things to you in very very simple language. I know some of you have already taken admission in sociology foundation, क्योंकि आप लोग निशात सर को पहले से ही जानते थे. आप शायद sociology foundation में भी एडमिशन लिए हैं, तो you already know it. But देखो, हमारे पास एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, सोशियोलॉजी, हिस्ट्री, PSIR, फिलोसफी, इन सब के लिए बहुत अच्छे टीचर्स भी ऑप्शनल में. तो अगर आपको जीएस फाउंडेशन के अलावा कुछ और पढ़ना होगा तो वो पढ़ना होगा अपना ऑप्शनल. मैंने बोला वंस यू जॉइन लेवल अप आईएएस यू विल नॉट हैव टू जॉइन एनीथिंग एनीवेयर एल्स एक्सेप्ट ऑप्शनल क्लासेस. ऑप्शनल क्लासेस तो आपको अपने हिसाब से करनी होंगी बिकॉज वी हैव 5 ऑप्शनल्स. उसके अलावा आपका कोई और ऑप्शनल होगा तो यू विल हैव टू डू इट एट योर ओन. तो आई होप यू गेट, we'll give you the most comprehensive classes, best of the study material, all prepared by teachers, a systematic revision plan. What will be your revision plan? The test. Follow the tests with the best of the team. And not only this, यहाँ पे हमने अभी सोनाली मैम को इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया है. We were the first institution in the entire civil services sector. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे बहुत पुराने इंस्टीट्यूशन है, सब है. हमारा इंस्टीट्यूशन इज द फर्स्ट इंस्टीट्यूशन जहां पे वी प्रोवाइडेड ऑफिशियल काउंसलिंग सर्विसेज. सोनाली मैम हमारे यहाँ थेरेपिस्ट है. जब भी बच्चा डाउन फील करता है, यू कैन टेक अपॉइंटमेंट विद सोनाली मैम. अगेन दिस इज नॉट अ पेड अपॉइंटमेंट और एनीथिंग. शी इज available for you people, for our students. We were the first institution to do it. अभी भी शायद पूरे सिविल सर्विसेज इंडस्ट्री में there are only 2 institutions who are doing it. The first one were we, and you will be able to get her services also. तो other than teaching, आपको कोई भी और प्रॉब्लम होती है, कोई भी और इश्यूज होते हैं, क्या होगा? सोनाली मैम वुड बी अवेलेबल फॉर यू. प्लस आप सबके पास मेरा भी नंबर होगा और ज्यादातर टीचर्स का नंबर होगा. कोई भी इशू होगा, वी विल टेक केयर ऑफ इट. वी विल टेक केयर ऑफ इट इन द बेस्ट पॉसिबल मैनर. मैं अपना नंबर इसलिए भी देके रखता हूं बिकॉज द एंटायर टीम शुड नो, जितने भी एडमिन में, टेक्निकल टीम में लोग हैं, उन्हें पता रहे कि मेरा नंबर बच्चों के पास है, सो दैट इफ देयर प्रॉब्लम्स आर नॉट रिजॉल्व विद इन 24 आवर्स, स्टूडेंट्स कैन डायरेक्टली सेंड मी द स्क्रीनशॉट कि सर देखो मेरे को ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी. समटाइम्स यू फेस टेक्निकल इशू, है ना, मेरे को ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी एंड दैट प्रॉब्लम इज. तो वी आर द ओनली इंस्टीट्यूशन जहां पे इंस्टीट्यूशन के डायरेक्टर्स के नंबर, हमारे पास लगभग साल में 5000 बच्चे पढ़ते हैं इन डिफरेंट कोर्सेस. All 5000 students have number of our directors. इस वजह से not only does your problem get resolved faster, our team is also aware कि complaint will directly go to the directors of the institution, and that is why they are also making sure that complaints don't come to us. हमारे पास शायद साल में 5 complaints आती हैं of 5000 students. All of them get resolved in a very simple systematic manner पहले ही. तो वी आर अ वेरी स्टूडेंट फ्रेंडली इंस्टीट्यूशन. हमारे लिए सबसे पहले वुड कम स्टूडेंट्स, देन कम टीचर्स. आई हैव टोल्ड द इंस्टीट्यूशन कि यार सबसे हाईएस्ट प्रायोरिटी क्या है? स्टूडेंट्स हैं, टीचर्स हैं, देन वुड कम एवरीवन एल्स. एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई वांट यू टू बिलीव इन. एंड इन द एंड मैं बस ये बोलना चाहूंगा, सिस्टमैटिकली जो पढ़ाया जा रहा है, जैसे पढ़ाया जा रहा है, फॉलो इट. वी आर नॉट एनी अदर इंस्टीट्यूशन जहां पे बस हम किसके लिए पढ़ा रहे हैं कि यार अपना काम कंप्लीट कर दिया. आई हैड टू टेक 10 क्लासेस ऑफ मॉडर्न इंडिया, मैंने 10 क्लास मॉडर्न इंडिया के लिए ली, खत्म हो गया. नहीं, वी डोंट टेल टीचर कि सर आपको 15 क्लासेस में मॉडर्न इंडिया खत्म करनी है. वी गो टू टीचर, वी सिट विद द टीचर एंड से सर आप बताइए हाउ मेनी क्लासेस, इन हाउ मेनी क्लासेस विल यू ensure that our students are fully prepared for both prelims and mains and they do not need to go anywhere else. If the teacher says I need 30 classes, okay, take 30 classes, but now it's your responsibility that students should not need to do anything other than what we have taught and what we have recommended them to read. In this 30 classes, after these 30 classes, students should be fully confident. तो आप ज्यादातर जगह मॉडर्न इंडिया की 15 क्लासेस देखोगे, हमारे यहाँ लगभग 25 से 30 क्लास है. आप ज्यादातर जगह एंशिएंट मिडिवल कल्चर की you will see perhaps 10 classes. Nikhil sir will take around 25 classes for ancient medieval culture. Because here we are not forcing a teacher कि आपको इतने क्लासेस में खत्म करना है. Here we are asking them आपको कितनी क्लासेस चाहिए to make students fully prepared for the examination. And then teacher takes that ownership कि मैंने बोला है कि मेरा बच्चा fully prepared for the examination इतने पीरियड में होगा और वो करके देता है. ठीक है. Then I'll come to you again in future where we'll talk about हमें कैसे पढ़ाई करनी है, कैसे अपने हेल्थ पे ध्यान देना है, कैसे बाकी सारी चीजें करनी है. बट अभी आई विल नॉट टेक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम.
Good afternoon to all of you. Online students, is it audible to everyone? Okay, so the first thing that I would like to say is, I think the speakers who have spoken before me has not given me much scope to talk. So I would just restrict myself to the subject. So I would introduce myself. I am Babu Gunashekaran, and I've been teaching for the last 10 years this particular subject, that is Indian polity and governance. And does anyone know what is the relevance of this particular subject, Indian polity and governance, when it comes to the exam? I'm not strictly asking as to how this knowledge is going to help. Anyways, it is going to help in a number of ways. But here we are here just to clear this examination. So from the examination point of view, can anyone tell me what is the relevance? That is, what is the weightage of this particular subject for your mains? Because Indian polity and governance is there for both mains as well as for your prelims examination. Can anyone tell me what is the weightage in terms of the marks? Very quickly. This is part of your GS paper 2. I'm sure that you might have gone through your syllabus and all those things. If I got a very fair idea, it roughly comes around 150 marks in your GS paper 2. I'm talking about both Indian polity and governance. And apart from that Indian polity and governance, you have social justice part and the IR part. So IR part will be around 50 marks, and then social justice part is approximately 50 marks. Indian polity will come around 100 marks in your mains paper, and governance is for 50 marks. So that means roughly 3/5 of your GS paper 2 is to be going to from Indian polity and governance. And what is the weightage of polity in terms of prelims examination? Around 15 questions approximately. We cannot predict it exactly, but yes, approximately we can come to a conclusion what will be the score. Every year on an average, if you take the last 5 years, 15 questions are going to come. So that means around 15 questions means 30 marks in your prelims and around 150 marks in your mains. That is going to be a very substantial part. This doesn't mean that the other subjects are not important. So are the other subjects also. But yes, this subject is also very important. So how do we do this particular subject? What is relevant? Because most of the other speakers are also told that how you should follow a particular source. So I'll put it in my own way. Today, the biggest problem that the students are going to face is what is called as content terrorism. I would coin it that way, that what is called as content terrorism, which means there are too many sources that you are not sure where to follow. So if you have to clear this examination, you should be aware of this content terrorism, and you should not fall prey to what is called as this content terrorism. So therefore, stick to a specific source and try to revise that source again and again. There are only 3 important pillars. I know I'm not talking about your motivation and all those things, because you have to have it if you have to clear this examination. But despite the fact that some of the students are really motivated, they do not know what they are doing. So therefore, you should also follow the right thing. So 3 important things that you'll have to follow. One is that I would say that you should have a conceptual clarity. You are motivated highly enough, but you're not understanding the things, that is not going to help you. So the first thing is conceptual clarity. The second thing is continuous revision. And the third thing is practice. Be it practice of lot of practice questions, be it practice of the previous year questions. And these things has to be done on a regular interval. The regular pace is also very important. So the moment you're going to stick to these 3 things and restrict yourself to a specific source, your success is more or less guaranteed. And you'll have to continuously do that for a period of time. So you'll have to extend your motivation and consistency for a certain amount of time. That is really going to help you. So try to always keep your preparation very simple. Santosh sir would have told that I've cleared this examination multiple times. It is not that I've done extraordinary things. I really made my preparation very simple. I kept doing the same thing. I believed in certain thing and I kept doing the same thing. I did not discuss with many people who are preparing for the examination. Yes, I liked certain people. I liked their guidance. So I started following those things and I kept it so simple. In fact, I read only very relevant materials for UPSC. So therefore, I was not really confused. And also during my preparation, I was very aloof. So probably at the time I was working. So therefore, I didn't get the opportunity also to discuss more and I didn't get the opportunity also to read more. So therefore, in a way, it helped me also. So therefore, I was restricting myself to whatever I believe that is going to help me in the examination process. Therefore, it is also very important for you to know what is the right thing in the first place. The moment you know what is the right thing, just stick to that. Make the preparation really simple. Do not unnecessarily complex it. If you're going to complex it, then you're going to get lost in the process. All right. So with that, I'll just come to the subject very quickly. As I already said, in the prelims examination, polity, you might expect 15 questions. So if you see these 15 questions, the way the questions are asked from this particular area, UPSC really wanted you to know the basics of the Indian Constitution. They don't want you to be an expert in Indian Constitution. Of course, you cannot read a subject for, say, let us say 1 year, and then UPSC cannot expect you to be an expert. UPSC wanted you to know the basics of the political system. UPSC wanted you to know the basic structure of the Indian Constitution. So therefore, if you restrict your preparation to the Indian Constitution, I'm sure that you will be able to attempt 80% of the questions. We are not here to get 100 out of 100. How many of you know what is the cutoff for the prelims examination? In the last 15 years, never ever it has crossed 50%. So therefore, if you know the basics and whatever you know, you have the conceptual clarity, that is more than sufficient. So with regard to the prelims and with regard to the mains, so what is the approach that has to be in the mains? If you, for the specific subject, I'm not talking about the other subject. If you see polity, you should have just the basics of the Indian Constitution. And if you know the basic framework of our political system, if you know the basic features in the Constitution, and I'm sure that your 80% of the questions will be done. But when it comes to the mains examination, yes, UPSC is also going to understand your analytical ability. Rather than the prelims, yes, prelims might test some of your conceptual clarity, but it may not go much into your analytical ability. So how you look into a particular problem. And that is what is going to be tested in your mains examination as to how you look into a particular issue, what kind of opinion you can formulate on a particular issue. So therefore, you should also be aware of certain current developments that is happening. So when it comes to the mains examination, whatever is there in the basics plus the current development that is happening in our country. So once you have that particular understanding, I'm sure that you're going to do extremely well. So have one particular source and keep updating that particular source. Whatever you can supplement and whatever way you can complement that particular source, keep adding in a particular place. And most of the students are not able to do well because when it comes to the examination at the last moment, their information or their sources scattered in a number of places. So therefore, you cannot revise all those things. You try to understand human ability is not to remember a lot of things. Human ability can remember only those things which you can process into a long-term memory. So the other speaker before me also talking about rehearsing and revising number of times. So if you have read psychology, you will understand there are 3 types of memories that the human beings have. One is a sensory memory, then you have a short-term memory, then you have what is called as a long-term memory. And what is the information that you can retain for a long period of time is what you can process into a long-term memory. There are multiple ways that you can take the information into the long-term memory, where once it enters into a long-term memory, your brain is organized in such a way that you'll have both short-term memory and long-term memory. Your sensory memory is for seconds, that whatever the sensors that you get in your eyes or in your skin, whatever, that's our sensory memory. So therefore, to process the information into a long-term memory, you'll have to revise it a number of times. The moment you're going to revise it a number of times, so therefore it gets into your long-term memory and you will be in a position to recall it and write it in the examination. So therefore, keep your information very limited, try to revise it again and again. So what we'll do in the class? In the class, we'll try to make sure that you have a comprehensive. Whenever I take up the polity subject, I'll deal it in such a way in the class that it will be an integrated approach for both prelims and the mains. But there are few areas, say, which is restricted only to the prelims. There are few areas which is restricted, say, only to the mains. So there we'll have only main specific approach, and whatever is relevant only to the prelims, there we'll have a prelims centric approach. All right. So just before I conclude, so there is also a part which is called as governance. So Indian polity is there in the Indian Constitution. There's also something which is called as governance. How many of you heard about this word governance? What do you mean by governance? Indian constitution, I would say constitution is the fundamental rule book based on which the country is governed. So that therefore you should know what is there in the constitution. But governance is not written down anywhere. So what is your understanding of the word governance? Because it is a specific part in your syllabus. Can anyone tell me what is your understanding of governance? Governance is the way the country is governed. So whatever the government does, whatever the government wanted to do for the welfare of the people, so therefore in the process of governance, there are a number of issues that is faced by our government. There are multiple initiatives that has been taken by the government to deliver the services to the people. So we'll study about all those things as we'll deal in the governance part, all right? So our class will go for roughly around 30 to 40 classes where we'll try to cover the Indian polity, and for governance again I'll come back where it will be roughly around 10 to 15 classes. We'll try to have a comprehensive idea of what is relevant for your both prelims and mains. But this cannot be done only from the institution or from the teacher. Many speakers have spoken before me, but I would like to say based on my experience that to clear this examination, the 99% of the effort has to come from the students. And 1% I would say it is from the teacher or from the institution or from the friends or from the entire other ecosystem. But however, don't underestimate this 1%, because without this 1%, it will never become 100%. And without 100%, your success is not ensured. So therefore, 99% is yours, but this 1% is also very, very important, which will help you to take you to the success, all right? So with that, I'll wind up and we'll meet during the classes. I'll leave it to the next speaker, okay? Thank you very much and all the best.
All right. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Vishal Singh. I'll be taking you through our modern history as well as world history and post-independence portion. ठीक है, तो हिस्ट्री का बैकग्राउंड मैं आज नहीं करने वाला हूं, वो तो हम करते रहेंगे. जस्ट टेल मी कि व्हाट इज द सीक्रेट टू एक्सीलेंस और सक्सेस, या फिर सबसे पहले कैन यू रिकॉग्नाइज सक्सेस जब आप देखते हो उसको, या एक्सीलेंस? क्रिकेट देखते हो? हाँ, डू यू रिमेंबर सूर्य कुमार यादव का वो वाला कैच? हाँ, that is one example of success. Do you remember Virat Kohli का मेलबर्न वाला छक्का हारिस रॉफ को? That is another example of success. That sticks with you. Now, do you think that was accidental, या फिर उसके पीछे बहुत बड़ी हिस्ट्री, बहुत बड़ा प्रिपरेशन रहा होगा? एक्सीडेंटल नहीं हो सकता है. उस स्टेज पे जा करके उतने प्रेशर के साथ परफॉर्म करना, that can never be accidental. There is a lot of preparation that goes behind it. In fact, success, according to me, is a combination of preparation and execution. Now, preparation for a sportsman such as सूर्य कुमार यादव, विराट कोहली, माइकल फेल्प्स, जहांगीर खान एटसेट्रा, मतलब जितने भी अपनी अपनी फील्ड में ग्रेड्स रहे हैं, उनके लिए हो सकता है दैट इट इज hours and hours in the gym, hours and hours, thousands of hours practicing one movement of the bat or practicing one movement with the seam. ठीक है, या फिर it may be कि hours in the gym physical conditioning improve करने के लिए, endurance improve करने के लिए. आपके लिए as aspirants for the civil services preparation का मतलब क्या होगा? तो let us break it down. It is comprehensive coverage. You have the necessary raw material for succeeding in the examination. तो जितना relevant study material है वो आपके पास होना चाहिए, analytical portion वो क्लास के अंदर deliver होना चाहिए. You should be made aware of the different types of questions which may appear from different topics. ये आपके पास awareness होना चाहिए. Then जो कि सबने अभी तक सारे स्पीकर्स ने बार बार स्ट्रेस किया है, दैट इज रिवीजन. तो मल्टीपल रिविजन्स, फ्रीक्वेंट रिविजन्स, टाइम एंड टाइम अगेन, सो दैट जो आपका नॉलेज है दैट डज नॉट रिमेन इन योर शॉर्ट टर्म रैम वाला मेमोरी, इट गेट्स हार्ड वायर्ड इनटू योर रोम वाला लॉन्ग टर्म मेमोरी. ठीक है, तो ये होगा. Then providing correct orientation to your preparation, कि भाई आपके पास एक कंपास होना चाहिए which should be able to guide you कि आप ठीक ओरिएंटेशन के साथ प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो, ठीक इंटेंट के साथ प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो, और does that need some fine tuning. So coverage of the previous year's questions, ये हो रहा है. ठीक है, तो ये सब तो हम लोग क्लास के अंदर ही आपको डिलीवर करवा देंगे. PYQs, रिविजन, comprehensive coverage, comprehensive notes, some additional writing material also, ये सब हम आपका कवर करवा देंगे क्लास के अंदर. फर्दर कमिंग टू एग्जीक्यूशन, कि भाई मई या जून के महीने में पेपर होगा प्रीलिम्स का, एग्जामिनेशन हॉल के बाहर 45 डिग्री का टेम्परेचर होगा, अंदर होगा प्रॉब्ली 60 डिग्री का प्रेशर कुकर सिचुएशन होगा. How to avoid those silly mistakes over there? So you should have the ability to handle that degree of pressure. So that is where practicing for executing well comes in. ठीक है, तो आप लोगों ने हो सकता है अगर स्पोर्ट्स वगैरह फॉलो करते हो, स्पेशली क्रिकेट में एक चीज बोलते हैं कि भाई नेट प्रैक्टिस होता है. बैट्समैन और बॉलर्स गो इनटू द नेट्स टू होन देयर स्किल्स, और दूसरी चीज होती है मैच प्रैक्टिस एंड मैच अवेयरनेस, हाउ टू बी एबल टू हैंडल दैट डिग्री ऑफ प्रेशर. ठीक है, तो वो केवल और केवल नेट प्रैक्टिस से नहीं आएगा. यू कैन डेवलप दो स्किल्स इन द नेट्स, बट देन you will have to go and perform on the field. तो पहले आपको छोटा स्टेज दिया जाएगा, क्लासरूम के अंदर आइए, आप एग्जाम्स लिखिए, आप टेस्ट लिखिए, मॉक टेस्ट दीजिए, टाइम प्रेशर को हैंडल करना सीखिए, मैनेजमेंट करना सीखिए. दैट इज गोइंग टू हैपन. तो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी टेस्टिंग. देन we are not simply going to leave you hanging over here. केवल टेस्ट करके काम नहीं होने वाला है, इसका इवैल्यूएशन भी जरूरी होता है, बिकॉज दैट जनरेट्स अननेसेसरी फीडबैक, कि आपने अपने आप को टेस्ट करके अपनी वीकनेसेस और स्ट्रेंथ्स दोनों को आइडेंटिफाई किया. यू गेट सम फीडबैक नॉट ओनली फ्रॉम योर फैकल्टीज और योर मेंटर्स बट ऑल्सो फ्रॉम योर पीयर्स, एंड देन you with this feedback you go and refine your preparation strategy. ठीक है, तो what that can look like for preliminary examination की MCQs आएंगे, 100 क्वेश्चंस होंगे आपके पेपर 1 में, 80 क्वेश्चंस होंगे आपके पेपर 2 में. नाउ एक चीज हो जाती है हाउ टू स्ट्रेटेजाइज फॉर द प्रीलिम्स पेपर, कि कितना आपके लिए ऑप्टिमम रेंज ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स होगा. अब ये आप यू कैन नॉट प्लक एनी नंबर आउट ऑफ वैक्यूम ना, कि आसमान से एक नंबर उठा लिया कि मेरे हाईएस्ट मार्क्स हमेशा तभी आते हैं जब मैं बिटवीन 17-80% क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करता हूं या करती हूं. आप में से कुछ का होगा कि भाई 60% में आपका मैक्सिमम मीडियन स्कोर आता है. फिर उसके बाद कुछ ऐसे होंगे जिनको होता है कि जब मैं 90% से ज्यादा क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करता हूं तब मेरे स्कोर हाईएस्ट होते हैं. तो दैट यू कैन गेट ओनली आफ्टर अ लेंथी प्रोसेस ऑफ एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन. तो वो भी आपको यहाँ पे एक अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया जाएगा राइट फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगनिंग टू डिस्कवर कि आपके लिए बेस्ट स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होगा. Same strategy you will apply for the mains paper also. So with this, by the time we are done with the foundation course by February, you will have perfected not only preparation but also execution के लिए आपके पास essential tools होने वाले हैं. ठीक है, now with that let me give you a brief overview, since I am going to be the first teacher for this particular course, modern history. तो इसका एक छोटा सा ब्रेकडाउन दे देता हूं कि क्या क्या हमको थीम्स कवर करनी है. Now we are going to be beginning with early modern history, that is the advent of Europeans, the rise of British power in India, then British imperialism, how they expanded their influence, what were the policies that they adopted, what was the impact of these policies, ये सब हमको cover करना होगा. Then how Indians framed their response to exploitation and British imperialism, ये चीज आएगी. ठीक है, तो इसमें पहले एक social and cultural response होगा in the 19th century, which is going to lay down the social and cultural foundations of the Indian national movement, freedom struggle. The 19th century socio-religious reform movements, ये हमको cover करने हैं. Then some other more tangible responses to British imperialism and colonization are going to become visible. Localized uprisings, in the form of localized uprisings. Then at an all India level, a major revolt is going to shake the British Empire to its core, the Great Revolt of 1857. And following that, Indians will fine-tune their strategy to respond. Since these responses had not been very successful, so they had experimented with them. अभी जैसे मैंने बताया था ना कि experiment करके fine-tune करना पड़ता है feedback मिलने के बाद, तो अब strategy को बदल देंगे. A more organized, modernized political response is going to be framed in the form of the independence movement, with the nationalist ideology. Now, Indian national movement is going to undergo several phases, such as the moderate phase, extremist phase, revolutionary extremism, Gandhian nationalism, socialist nationalism, communal nationalism, and this is ultimately going to lead India towards both independence and partition. तो ये major themes रहेंगी. इसको आगे और ब्रेकडाउन हम करेंगे अपनी पहली क्लास में, जो कि कल होने वाली है. ठीक है, तो with that I am going to be ending my talk, and if there are any questions, please let me know. Otherwise I'll be inviting the next speaker. कोई queries? नहीं? All right then. Thank you very much. And Nishat sir.
Okay, so very good evening, everyone. I think most of you have already heard many things from the previous speakers. So I'll limit myself to few things which are very important. And I feel that all the students who are going to begin their preparation now must understand those basic things. So firstly, to introduce myself, my name is Nishat and I am faculty of Sociology Optional. And I've been teaching sociology for the past 7 or 8 years now. And coming back to what I was going to discuss with you, firstly, there is one thing which is very important before we start learning, which is how to learn. One thing is what you are going to learn. Second is how to learn. Many speakers have already discussed a lot on these things. But one thing which is very important is whenever you are going to be subjected to any test, any weekly test at level up IAS, in the GS Foundation course, weekly test or monthly test, you should subject yourself to a test every day, okay, which I should not call as a test. I should call it more like a tool to help you revise things. Before you are able to put yourself to a test and write things out on the paper, you should know, can you explain whatever you have learned to a rickshaw wala? Specifically, I'm talking about rickshaw puller because he does not know anything, whatever you are going to learn, nor is he interested in learning those things, okay? Because his life is going to simply get, his life is going to continue without learning these things. But can you explain those things to a rickshaw wala? By this, I mean, can you simplify whatever you have learned to an extent that anybody can understand what you are going to write or what you're going to speak. Because we are not here to become academician. Okay, we are not here to become philosopher. Yes, we are here to become IAS officer. An IAS officer is going to have public dealing. IAS officer is not expected to, speak technical jargons to a common person. When he's meeting common person, he has to simplify things. He has to simplify the law even to the MP or an MLA. MLA or MP is not expected to know all the rules 1, 2, 3, 4 with section and subclause, etc. Okay. This is the ability that you as an aspirant must develop, that if you have learned something, you must simplify it. Because if you know the core essence of it, then you can go on to explain the technical aspects of it one by one, which is what we call as रट्टोफाइंग things. वो चीजें रटने वाली हैं. और मुझे लगता है रटना तभी आसान है, हालांकि रटना मुश्किल चीज होती है. कुछ लोग के लिए आसान होता है, बट मेरे लिए ज्यादा आसान तब हो सकता है वो अगर वो चीज समझी हुई पहले है. So what happens is, unfortunately, people start mugging up things first, and then they find some day to understand it. But I feel that this must be your endeavor to understand things right from the first day, because eventually what you are going to ratify you will end up ratifying those things by the time you are done with all those tests. Okay. So first thing, try to make things simple. और दूसरी चीज जो मुझे कहनी है आपको, एक तो सिंप्लीफाई, simplify the things. Or simplify to an extent that you can explain to a rickshaw puller. Now, this does not mean that you have to, go around and meet some rickshaw puller and then put yourself to test whether I'm able to explain this to rickshaw wala or not. ये आपको imagine करना अपने ख्यालों में कि कोई है जिसको कुछ नहीं पता है, पॉलिटी और इकोनॉमी, ये सब भारी 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 शब्द उसको बिल्कुल नहीं पता है. उसको सिंपल जिंदगी है उसकी. आपने बस इमेजिन करना है कि क्या किसी आप इंसान को समझा सकते हो कि नहीं. अपने मम्मी को समझा सकते हो कि नहीं कि जो आपने आज पढ़ा. अपने पापा को समझा सकते हो कि नहीं जो आपने आज पढ़ा. वो आपका टेस्ट है. वो जो हफ्ते के बाद होगा वो बहुत फॉर्मल टेस्ट है. बट इनफॉर्मली आपकी लर्निंग तो हर रोज होती है, और टेस्ट हर रोज ही होता है इंसान का. सोने से पहले वो सोच रहा होता है उसने क्या किया पूरे दिन, वो एक टेस्ट ही है. ओके. दूसरी चीज which you must understand is that once you have gained knowledge, don't forget that you have to write things as well. Because gaining knowledge is not the end, it is just a means. The end is writing. And when it comes to writing, you can't afford to become a writer there. As long as you're learning things, you may start feeling that you are becoming now a philosopher or an economist or a political scientist. आपको ऐसी कुछ goosebumps type आ सकते हैं कि वाह यार ये चीज तो जिंदगी में मुझे पता ही नहीं थी. But when it comes to writing, you don't have to then think कि यार अब मुझे writer बनना है आज. You have to gain knowledge to an extent that you know things like any 6th attempt person would know, although you don't have to reach that far. You don't have to, and you don't even have to think about it. But 6th attempt वाले के पास knowledge बहुत है. उसके पास एक चीज की कमी है, उसको पता ही नहीं कि रुकना कहाँ है. उसको मजा आ गया है उस प्रोसेस में इस हद से ज्यादा कि वो ब्लाइंड हो चुका है टू द एंड. द एंड इज राइटिंग, एंड दैट मीन्स लर्निंग में कोई फुल स्टॉप नहीं लगा उसका. और वो तब लगता है जब आप लर्न करते हो, भली 6 अटेम्प्ट वाले की तरह, यानी कि चीजों को बहुत अच्छे से समझ लेते हो और तब जाके सिंप्लीफाई करते हो. बट देन यू मस्ट ऑल्सो राइट समवन लाइक फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. And writing like first attempt means writing very basic. Learning like 6th attempt means simplifying to an extent that you can explain it to a रिक्शा पुलर, और इन दोनों के बीच में ही बैलेंस है विच इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. ओके, सो जैसे एवरीडे लाइफ में आजकल बहुत डिस्कशन होती है वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस. तो वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस एक डिबेट है, लेकिन हमारी लाइफ में, आप लोग की लाइफ में स्पेसिफिकली वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस का डिबेट नहीं होगा. आपकी लाइफ में डिबेट किस चीज का होगा? लर्न और राइट का बैलेंस. लर्न राइट, जहां पे आपका मैक्सिमम फोकस होना चाहिए राइट पे. एंड with GS Foundation, I'm sure you will develop this ability to learn how to write. Okay, because most of the times we keep writing, but we don't learn. Okay, and most of the times we also keep learning without writing. So ये जो balance है write और learn का, this you will be gradually internalizing as we progress in these classes. When it comes to the optional aspect, Sociology Foundation, briefly इतना ही बताऊंगा आपको मैं. What is this subject all about, so that whenever you have to make this decision as to which optional you should be taking, so this idea may help you later on. Sociology as a subject, firstly, don't look at subject as any instrument or tool that can get you 300 plus. Okay, you have to first understand whether you really have interest in the subject or not, and you can't know this without knowing the subject in the first place. I mean, you must get introduced to the subject before you develop this ambition to score 300 plus. Okay, the subject of sociology is mainly about, अगर मैं बहुत simple शब्दों में बोलूं, it is more about finding patterns in human behavior. As simple as that. Human behavior में पैटर्न ढूंढना, और वो पैटर्न के ढूंढने की स्टडी को ही सोशियोलॉजी कहते हैं. मैं आपको सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूं. Recently, in case you have followed this news, there was this heated exchange which took place between Donald Trump and Zelensky. शायद आपने सुना हो उसके बारे में. Okay, so two presidents of their respective countries are meeting, and this turned into a heated exchange. Why this thing became a news? Every day, so many prime ministers or presidents are meeting. Okay, but they don't become news. But this became a news. Why? The same day, President Trump also met France head. He also had met Modi one day, but those things were not as big as news as this event. Why? Because the way they were talking is not acceptable of them as leaders of their nation. That means how a leader should speak is defined by our society. Okay, the moment you break that, that means you have already broken what should not have been broken. So there is some kind of conversational sacrament that must be maintained, or ritual that must be maintained. Since it was broken, that is why it became a news. So sociologists only study that everything that becomes viral on YouTube is nothing but just deviation. कोई एक नॉर्म होता है सेट, अगर वो नॉर्म टूटा है तभी वो वायरल होएगा. और अगर आप सपोज करो आप पढ़ा रहे हो और सिंपली आप बता रहे हो A फॉर एप्पल, B फॉर बनाना, वो कभी भी वायरल नहीं होएगा क्योंकि वो नॉर्म है. ओके, बट अगर आप कुछ ऐसा बोल देते हो A फॉर समथिंग, B फॉर समथिंग एल्स, जो कि एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है फ्रॉम अ टीचर, तब वो वायरल हो जाएगा. सो इसका मतलब जो वायरलिटी के पीछे डिवियंस है. डिवियंस मतलब deviation from the norm. Okay, so this is one pattern that sociologists talk about. दूसरी बात, एक पैटर्न और अगर मैं आपको बताऊं, यूजुअली हम समझते हैं कि एक आर्मी का कैंटोनमेंट और एक मेंटल असाइलम और एक यूनिवर्सिटी, ये तीनों अलग चीजें हैं, राइट? आर्मी कैंटोनमेंट, यूनिवर्सिटी and mental asylum, definitely, or even some institution like cult institution or Godman's place, right? We can easily say that all of them are different. लेकिन इन सब में भी कुछ पैटर्न है. There is some similarity. Godman's ashram, army, Kent, mental asylum. All these three look very different, right? But isme, if I ask you, can you tell me any similarity in all of them? Anybody who can talk about what is similar to all of them? They appear very different from each other. What is similar to all of them? What is similar to all of them is regimented life. Regimented life मतलब कि 9 to 5 जैसी कुछ लाइफ, यूनिफॉर्म्ड लाइफ. सब इन सब इंस्टीट्यूशन में जितने भी लोग होते हैं सब यूनिफॉर्म में होते हैं. बाबा के आश्रम में भी सब सफेद कपड़ों में घूम रहे होंगे. ओके, इसमें शायद सब लोग ग्रीन कपड़ों में होंगे, मे बी. मैं थोड़ा स्टेरियोटाइप कर रहा हूं यहाँ पे. ओके, बट स्टिल इधर भी सब एक यूनिफॉर्म में होंगे. यूनिफॉर्म्ड लाइफ है सबकी. एंड ऑल ऑफ देम विल लुक वेरी सिमिलर. इधर भी मोस्ट ऑफ द डिवोटीज विल लुक वेरी सिमिलर. The soldiers in the army cantonment will look very similar. You can't keep long hair or beard. सबको similar दिखना पड़ेगा. Short hair रखने पड़ेंगे. एक जैसा ही appear होना पड़ेगा. और mental asylum में भी all of them will have to look very similar. So that means regimented life होएगी, disciplined life होएगी, which makes all of them appear very similar to each other, irrespective of their differences, right? That means इन सब के अंदर जो आपका पास्ट था यहां जाने से पहले वो खत्म हो चुका होगा. एंड यू विल कम आउट एज समथिंग न्यू, अ न्यू पर्सनैलिटी ऑल टुगेदर, राइट? एंड दिस मीन्स कि आपका ओल्ड सेल्फ विल बी डिस्ट्रॉयड एंड योर न्यू सेल्फ will be born. And that is why all these institutions are called as re-socialization institutions. So basic point is different है सब देखने में, लेकिन similarity है जिसको हम बोलते हैं patterns की study. And the same thing is going to happen to you also now that you have come to Delhi. I'm sure most of you are not from Delhi. You may have seen Delhi through reels, or you may have experienced civil service preparation through reels. But now that you've come to Delhi, you are going to experience again a regimented life. You'll have to enforce discipline on yourself because teachers or mentors are not going to be there 24/7 to enforce discipline on you. It is expected on your part that you will maintain it on your own. Okay, and you will easily maintain it if you know why you are here, and provided you also have good strategy with you. Fine. So with this, I will conclude this session, and I'll ask the next speaker. Nikhil sir is going to come and discuss some important ideas with you. So if you have any sort of question or query, you may ask. Otherwise, I'll hand over the mic to Nikhil sir.
Okay. Am I audible at the end? आवाज आ रही है? Is it on? Yeah. So I will speak only for 120 seconds. Firstly, we have had a lot of discussion so far, and we'll keep having them for next 2 years. You are right now embarking upon a journey. आप आगे आके बैठिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. आगे आ जाइए. You are embarking upon the journey which starts today, but that will go for at least 2 years. Because you know presently the mock interview is going on. The result will come in a month or 2, right? So it will take 2 years. And 2 years life is a long life. It requires some dedication, some motivation, some efforts. मैं आपको ज़्यादा घबराऊंगा नहीं. In these 2 years, you will learn a lot, not only about UPSC, not only about the syllabus, but also about the society, and more importantly, about yourself. And that will be a very interesting journey. In that journey, we are all together. So I think I will wrap up here only at this point of time. Whatever queries you may have, we can ask here, meet outside the classes, and even online. So all the best. We'll begin our classes tomorrow only, morning. ठीक है? चलो, thank you.